You also said that Thailand is cheap. And I hear this all the time. Well, actually, what I hear now is it's not cheap. It is cheap. It was cheap. Tell me what you think. The reality is it's more expensive than it used to be.
Of course.
But it's cheaper depending on what you're comparing it to.
Subjective.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, where I am from in Boston, we have some of the most expensive
my goodness.
cost of living in the U.S. So anything is going to be cheap compared to that. But if you're coming from a smaller European city, I don't know, because Bangkok is the big city of Thailand.
That's so I can break this down. I would say Phuket is the most expensive place in Thailand. And that's because it's European. Phuket is not Thai. It's not Thai anymore. Phuket is European. Everything, everywhere down there caters to Europeans, specifically Russians. And it's been like that for years, but after COVID, it has gotten insanely out. It is flat. They might as well just change all the signs into...
Well, they basically have, because I remember my first trip to Phuket in 2019. I was surprised why all the menus, everything is in Russian.
Yeah.
I was very, because it was...
Oh, it's just massive. And before the war. Before the war happened, we called them snowbirds, like they come down. And then when rainy season hit, they were back in Europe, and, you got a little bit more local vibe. But in general, Phuket is European, which comes with European prices. If you look at flights from Bangkok to Phuket now and back, it's insane.
Right, yeah.
You remember when you used to be able to get a last minute ticket for 1,000 baht? Literally go to the airport. We've done this many a times over the years. You just show up at the airport, buy a ticket for 1,000 baht one way, and you're on the island. Now it's 3,000.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Or more. I actually
more.
was just checking because, like I said, my friend's visiting, and it's like over 5,000.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane for one-way flights now. So Phuket, flat out, that's why Phuket is so expensive. Bangkok is number 2. And a lot of old head expats hate this. They bitch and moan about this all the time. Bangkok's so bad. People aren't as nice. It's because the middle class is a real middle class here now. There's a very real upwardly mobile Thai middle class now, because the economy here got so good over the past few years that they were able to live an upper middle class life. My condo, my building, was almost all Thai. It was very few foreigners that actually lived in my building, and it was not just these are doctors, these are lawyers, these are real estate agents, these are flight attendants, these are pilots. My building was just full of middle class to upper middle class Thais, and it's still that way in the area as they build new condos up. If you're comparing Bangkok to a city in Europe, I would say Bangkok and Istanbul are very close in cost, very comparable in cost. I spent a lot of time in Istanbul. That's why I use it as an example. But the further west you go, it's not even close. Like say Berlin. Berlin's one of my favorite cities. Berlin's so much more expensive than Bangkok. It's insane. But you also have to factor in what you're spending your money on. Here, because I train for powerlifting, I'm very meticulous about the food that I eat, about what I actually consume. So I do a lot of grocery shopping, which makes my food bill really, really low by comparison. So I'll go get, for example, I just recently did my weekly meat shopping. So I consume about 4,000 calories a day. So I'll usually eat about 200 to 250 grams of protein. So a week that costs me around $35 to $40 in just meat costs. And then I'd say fruits and vegetables are just negligible at that point. Carbs, I don't even factor that in anymore. So in my head, I'm spending maybe on a high end $200, $250 in groceries in terms of just protein and just meats. For rent in my building, you're going to spend around, for a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, you'll spend around 20,000 baht, give or take, which is about 550, 600 US.
Somewhere around 600.
600, give or take.
For a 2-bedroom.
For a 2-bedroom one.
Around Prakanong?
That's Prakanong. Yeah, that's Prakanong area. Prakanong on the, right on the border. Transportation, negligible. I get this question almost daily in my DMs. Oh, how much money do I need to live in Bangkok? I'm going low. I would say you can feel comfortable about 1,200, 1,300 US dollars. If you're living like me, closer to 2K a month.
It really depends on the person and what their expectations are, 100%. Because like just the apartment thing is a good example, right? Because you could live in Thangla and pay 50,000 baht for a 1-bedroom.
Yep.
Or you can live in Anud, you can live a little further out, Hoi Quang.
Yep.
The variety is
so
vast.
So many places.
I think a lot of people, maybe they just get stuck in one place.
People are lazy, bro. People are lazy, and so many Westerners don't understand how the city actually works, how Thailand works. Everything is up for negotiation.
If you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.